And we're on. Hey.
What up, y'all? It has been a minute, and we've missed so much stuff going on. So, y'all, welcome to another episode of Geekin Out. What's
How we
up?
doing, guys? Sorry, I'm trying to set up the Instagram. Hey, guys.
All right. Well, so our host for tonight is supposed to be Taman. If you guys didn't see, the tonight's episode is about horror and TV, and we know that Taman Kane is our horror extraordinaire. Um, he's our go-to person for horror, and so he'll be here shortly. He had to run a couple errands that couldn't be done before work, so
He knows
he'll be
all
here
the
soon.
gore and more. We love
The
it.
gore and more.
Bro, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna kick it off anyhow. So it's
Yeah.
not bad.
All right. So first we have Julian. You can find on Double B Double D Juju.
Bad juju. Okay, so honestly, if you were following me on stream earlier, earlier, what, like 30 minutes ago, I like just got off of the stream because I was getting in this getup. So we're coming off on the Halloween episode. Technically, this was supposed to be our Halloween episode, but Halloween gets hard. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to actually stream on that day and then actually enjoy that day, which we love so much. So that's why it's like, it's hard to do them both on the same time at the same time. I'm kind of coming off of it in my costume, so I know not everyone else has been able to join me. It's fine, but so I was doing this get up on Twitch before, so hopefully if you were following me, we were just streaming the whole process and the whole get together. So it's a cool time.
So in your defense, Taman has been on another show called Scream Kings, which has been helping with producing, and like one of the things they've been wanting to talk about is holiday horror films, and not like Halloween holiday, but like horror films that are like set in the time of like Christmas and things like that. Which there are quite a few of them apparently. I didn't realize that. So, and if you are a certain faith, like Christmas lasts more than one day. Christmas actually lasts 12. Right now we're not exactly an Advent season, are we? It's not Advent just yet.
Maybe, I don't know.
We're not quite an Advent yet. So like the season can blend. It can, speaking seasons can be as long as y'all want it to be. Okay, it's all right.
Right, exactly that. Like that, like it should be longer technically. You know what I mean? Because Hallows Eve is like more of a 2-day thing. 2-day in more modern religions, but the where those religions drew that holiday from, those were week-long, month-long actually. Were some of the Day of the Dead ones, I believe. You know what I mean? Like when some of the dead celebrations, because like it's not just Day of the Dead. Also, like in India, I believe they also celebrate something similar.
I mean, so I'm Episcopalian, so like we just celebrated All Saints Day.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that was yesterday was the 7th. 8, 6. Today's the 7th.
Today's the 7th. So 6. Yeah. So like it's not supposed to be spooky, but like you're talking about giving honor to the dead. So
yeah, that kind of thing. But that's a longer process than just a day. Is the point?
Look at this merch. I love it.
Oh, he's still on Hocus Pocus mode.
I love it.
We're here for it.
Way of life.
All right, Danny. Hi.
We were just talking about how even though Halloween is past, like spooky season can last longer. It can blend into, because Scream Kings wants to talk about horror holidays.
Yeah, we have a whole thing coming for that. We're working on.
And then a lot of our horror shows are still going anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
They still have, it doesn't have to end at the 31st. Like, and that's the thing. People are already they'll take down their decorations the next day, November 1st. Everything has to come down. Everything Halloween has to be over. And that's so sad. I'm like, no, keep it going.
And they're so excited to put up their Christmas trees before Thanksgiving is over.
I know, Thanksgiving hasn't even come. At least Halloween still has this spirit of fall. as a
Right.
part of it, which is the a part of the Thanksgiving season is also like honoring the fall. And honestly, that's technically where it came from. It wasn't supposed to be like the whole Thanksgiving feast and all that crap. Like no. I mean that feast is based off of giving
Harvest.
giving things to for abundance and from and harvest from crops and things of that time. So it's like anyway.
Oh yeah. No, it's fine.
It can last longer. It doesn't have to end there, and it's much more in tune with what is still happening in November than Christmas is. Christmas, I think, can last well into January instead. Like keep that spirit going in that direction.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm more of the like I will put up my Christmas things like after Thanksgiving, preferably in December.
Yeah.
Mainly because, like I mentioned earlier, like Christmas for us, like Christmas, the holiday itself technically lasts 12 days, like the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Before Epiphany, and then when Epiphany hits in January, like, and that's like what a good 5 or 6, 7 days into January, then I'll take that my Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'll do. So I'll leave up my Christmas stuff a little bit longer past New Year's, and then I'll take it down.
I see. Well, that's not bad. That's the thing. You want to, Christmas should come at least after Thanksgiving. Like at least give yourself to that.
I'll at least pull the tree out of the garage.
Like, I mean, maybe that put it to the side somewhere, but like,
right. But we're not getting decked out in Christmas. Look, I haven't listened to a Merry Christmas song yet.
Mariah Carey is not time yet.
No. Christmas decoration. I want it to still be fall decoration.
Right.
Background and stuff. Like I wouldn't want it to be all the white and the Christmas stuff already. Like no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I still want your pumpkins and leaves.
Yeah. Give me those colors and stuff. Like the spirit of fall. Go with it. Anyway. Right. So I'm keeping this going.
All right. So I'm Ricky Z. I am podcast manager, producer. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the things. Oh my god. And all that fun stuff. So
yes. Darling. Beautiful darling. I love it. Oh my god, I'll get into it. I'm trying.
And then our main host for tonight is Mr. Tamon Kane below me.
Hi guys, I'm Tamon Kane, and you can find me everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, at Tamon Kane. You can find me with the Scream Kings airing every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. You from Atlanta? It's okay. You can say that.
Okay, no cap. We be out there everywhere. Oh gosh, I had a little attack. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Don't cry. It's okay. All right, it's not that scary.
And so tonight, what did Julian go?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's just, when we talk about horror, my eyes just get so emotional.
I love it so much. I can't help myself.
Gosh. Tonight, we are going to chat about horror on television. This is technically like part 2 because last season we had this conversation, and because we had such a good time, and we talked about Child's Play, which is Chucky, and gratefully he had a new season come out currently now, so he's going to be on our docket to talk about. Forgive me, I'm hoarse, so this is what you get. What you get, my allergies and all that is just acting.
He's horse. I'm a Dalmatian. Ricky
I'm wearing all black in honor of a new movie that's about to come out that I'm super excited about. I know we're supposed to be wearing all white, but today I'm wearing my all black.
No, we're here.
Supposed to wear all white to the Black Panther premiere.
That's what it says on the internet.
Nobody told me. I don't have no pantsuit.
Oh, are you?
No,
is that it? It has to be all white. I'll do it, bitch.
I just remember like when the first trailer came out, like this summer, You know, we were all in tears about that first
Oh yeah.
first trailer.
Oh, it was so good. I
with
still
the Kendrick Lamar like phased in music. Like, yeah, so there was the whole thing about people wearing all white to the premiere. Now, my mom got me a little dashiki like a couple months ago, so I might, and it's bright yellow, so I might be wearing that. So
I'm wearing all black. I'm gonna have a veil and gloves.
I used to have like a white one of those like linen,
ooh, some white
like,
linen. Ooh,
yeah,
that's fancy.
one of those like 2-piece suits. Actually, it was a little off white, so not.
Whose uncle are you?
Huh?
Okay.
I know, right? No, it was funny because we all got a set. The whole family got a set, and that's really why we're like.
Oh, that's
Aw.
I don't know if I could wear this again, but this was cute. I liked it at the time.
So I think it's
But will I wear this on my own? I'm not so sure. But
I think it's because like usually with like home goings, like you want to wear.
You know what it would
you
be?
wear white.
I would just change the fit, but it's hard because it's a linen. Because that's the thing with linen,
right? You wear linen with linen.
Like your fit has to be very particular and has to be very precise, and like
yeah, it does.
That's the only thing. But I would do it if the fits were different. Like give me a linen suit with like a tapered pant. I despise that all linen pants are wide legs. Like it drives me up a wall. Why? Ew, ugly. No. Like why are we gonna box us off and then shorten you down? Like no, that's such an unflattering like cut. I don't know.
You better give us some lines.
Yes, absolutely. I don't understand why we still have that in fashion
and
like,
figure.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, just wrap a belt around your waist. You'll be fine.
White and gold. Just find your gold belt. There you go.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry guys.
I honestly think you can wear what you have on.
I would wear this everywhere, honestly. I don't know why I don't yet, but I'm trying to figure out how I can just put this on all the time. But we'll see.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, unflattering cuts. You don't like that shit.
So we are missing our good friend Jermaine right now, our jack of all fandoms. So he is currently going through some technical internet issues in his area that has
like a 20. Okay, so apparently a 25-mile radius worth of area is without Wi-Fi in California. Like this isn't like a problem anywhere. How does that make sense?
Like, can we all just agree on the fact that like internet is a necessity now in this time?
Yeah, it's like water,
right? Honestly, like in this day and age, like electricity, also, gas, power.
I think that it's not
internet, water.
It's not off because, but it's also not off. You know what I mean? It's not off because of technical reasons either, because that's the other point. That's the other point there. Because it's so widespread, it is very well maintained. Our internet is very well maintained. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just me in the areas that I have been in. So maybe it's like where he is, it's not the same, because he does live kind of in the boondocks a little bit. You know.
I think he needs to settle, honestly, because this has been going on since season 1, and I'm sick of it.
Stop.
I didn't know. But then I'm thinking maybe it's like the power problems that they have in Texas, let's say, which to be honest, they shouldn't be having in Texas, but they have them, right? So it's like, that's my point. It's like maybe it's kind of something in that same general.
It's all about capitalism.
No, perhaps, we don't know. We shall see.
We want to talk about what we're geeking out about real quick?
Oh my god, can we? Can we? Oh my god, there's a few good ones. Yeah.
Okay, Julian. Okay, Julian.
Go ahead.
Keep it to like.
Oh, I know, right? I say like 40 items later down the list. Hey, Julian, shut up.
Okay, so like I've already said that I'm excited about the Black Panther: Wakanda Forever coming out. Is there anything else that I've been excited to see? There's so many things that I haven't had a chance to sit and watch yet that I need to like just sit down and binge for a while.
I'm geeking out about, it's on topic, but I'm geeking out about they're doing a Crystal Lake TV show. Crystal Lake surrounds Jason, Friday the 13th, so he's getting his own TV show.
Ooh.
We don't know what it's about, but more horrors to watch. But yay!
You know, I feel like certain
She's getting
horror.
the backstory. Sorry.
So I'm saying like I wonder if like these, especially the horror TV shows that are like based off of very solidified like movie franchises, like are feeling some type of heat because of how well Chucky is doing.
I think it's been a slow migration anyway, but I think
Mhm.
Chucky's sort of like, hey guys, we can do this. Let's go.
Right.
Quality.
I mean, because some of these franchises, these aren't their first. Some of them have taken a swung at like TV series
Okay,
before.
but not only Chucky though. I'm sorry, the other one who's on the docket, Interview with the Vampire was. Oh my god, guys!
It's juicy, right?
God. Oh my god!
You would love it. I knew you would love it.
God, we haven't been because. Oh my god! I was like, what am I watching? Smut? How did this happen? Like, it feels that way, but it feels
in the first episode. Ooh.
Oh, anyway.
I have so many thoughts about that show. It's just like so incredibly done. They took some great liberties from the book and made it their own.
Yeah.
The fact that not Lestat, but
Louis
is black. They shifted it from the 1600s, I believe, to the 1900s, and put them in New Orleans, where race is a huge issue. Made him black, made Claudia black, and how they tackle the. And then in the book, they are in a relationship. In the movie, we didn't see that with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Right.
And this is very clear that this is a whole relationship.
Oh my god, it is.
And I love it.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's that
one. But yeah, so sorry. Crystal Lake is getting a TV show. Welcome to Derry, which is from the It universe. They're getting a TV show.
Wow.
Because Derry is I guess a fucked up town, and things always happen bad there.
Also, the fact that they have as many its as they have, like
the show too, and then they're doing.
There's only two. That's right. I'm seeing
Jeepers Creepers is getting a TV show.
Wow. Where's that one gonna be on?
I like that.
That's a good question. I don't remember. But good luck.
Ooh, you know what's turned in? It's about to be a TV show, or they've been filming it. I'm sure they're about to come out like in the next year. Kindred, based off of the book by Octavia Butler. That one's kind of not necessarily a horror, but it kind of falls into that psychological theory. Okay, so psychological theory. So Kindred is the book itself is about like takes place in the 70s. This black woman like somehow goes back in time to the time of her ancestors when they were slaves.
Nice.
Yes. And dealing with being a slave, seeing like her ancestors like in these particular situations, and then like at some like she would go years being back in time, and then next thing you know, she's thrown back into the present. Well, the present feels like the future, and so like having to deal with that trauma, and then being thrown back into the past again.
Oof.
And then like not being aware of things that have happened. Like it's a bit of a mind like.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And then also just like the trauma of what she would then be experiencing when she goes back into that time. Like, ooh.
Well, so yeah, so she's seeing the trauma of having to deal with and be in that time, but also like experiencing things that her aunt, like she's meeting like her little like great grandparents in this moment. Her actual her actual family members, and so like there's a bit of how to say this on the air without like trigger warnings, but there's a bit of a power structure that is abused and further more so it's you have to. So if you haven't read the books, read the books. Right. I love the books, but I remember like feeling when I read the books after I read the book that like I had to like take a moment for a while and like decompress because it was very stressful.
Okay,
to read. It was very stressful to read, and like the ending wasn't necessarily like there wasn't necessarily like a resolution. You didn't feel like great about it in the end, but it was just like you can't really give yourself a happy ending in this type of story. So I'm excited to see it. It's one of the ones you would. I want them to do a TV show or at least a movie of the Earthseed series, Earthseed books, Parable of the Sower, Parable of the Talents. Like they need to do something with those too. But Kendrick is probably the most likely of her books to have been turned into TV show or a movie.
Right.
So I'm excited about that.
I love it.
Wait, they're doing a show or a movie?
They're doing a show. It's gonna be a TV show.
Okay. Honestly, a show is a better for most books. I think a show is a better way to go.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe because if you want to be able to like get into more details with these characters, even if you want to explore more with them, you're gonna want a TV show. But like Kendrick's probably the first one on the list of adaptable of her stories.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, since we were talking about Interview with the Vampire, Anne Rice's collection was purchased by AMC. So next we're getting the Mayfair Witches, and the trailer is out for that, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's called the Immortal Universe. So everything sort of is going to connect together, all her different books. I think this is perfect. Too bad she's not alive to witness her art being brought into life in this way. But this is so cool.
Yeah,
Rice is really a dope writer.
This is the new model or cinematic universes. Because actually, one of the ones that I was going to say was, have you guys seen the Brahmastra? Brahmastra something. I think I can't remember what it's called after that, but it's more Far Eastern, and like their mythos and stuff like that. But it's supposed to be very cinematically magical in a way, you know what I mean? And that's on Hulu. Actually, it just came out on Hulu. So I want to give that one a try. So I really hope you guys also maybe, if you get around to it, give it a try with me.
If you put it in our group chat, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah. And what I really like about it is that they're gonna take like their mythos and like make that into like a fantastical cinematic kind of expect.
Exactly what they should have done.
And this is like a part 1, so we know that there's gonna be more coming. So I'm kind of excited. So we'll see. I hope it's really good.
So speaking of like some cinematic universe, like there's going to be they've already announced the casting for Agatha Harkness, Code of Chaos.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They've done like a few of the cast members already announced, like Audrey Plaza.
Yeah, they got the heavy hitters. They have heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're gonna kill. This is gonna
Anya from Buffy. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited. Honestly, this is a great way to also a great way to add in like a comedy. This is a great way to mix the genre of what you're doing, to include other ones, and then obviously, I mean, for them, obviously, it's the payout is getting the fans of this extraneous genre that normally isn't part of the Marvel universe, but at the same time, it is, because the comics are also kind of funny sometimes. That's the whole point. Like, hello,
are scary too. I've cried reading comic books.
Yeah, there's supposed to be
all of these things.
Exactly.
They're all stories.
They're full stories. Exactly. So it's like but it's cool because it still brings other people in who don't normally watch that kind of content. So.
I recently watched and finished in like a day and a half. It's called The Bastard Son of the Devil Himself.
Okay. I think I heard of this one. Sorry.
It is amazing. It's about witches.
Yes. Of course.
Okay, so I think we're already signed up. It's not the lead is of color.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're doing great. They have a great magical system. You get your power when you turn 18, but you have to drink the blood of someone from your bloodlines for it to be activated. And if you don't, your power consumes you from the inside and kills you. So it has a full magical system.
Wow.
I mean, you don't know what your power is until you they have like this whole quinceañera birthday party situation going on. You christening, you drink the blood, and then you eventually your power will activate. And
I want to know, like, what would be the reason for someone to not?
Thank you.
If a race of magical users killed your entire family,
Huh.
Or
Okay.
know that your family is a race of like dark magic users. You know what I mean?
they call them they call blood witches in this one.
Yeah.
And the main character, who is a black man, and I'm not sure if he likes this girl or the guy by the end of this, but he is a,
or maybe both. Hopefully,
that would be fine.
Some recognition, bitch.
Okay.
Hello.
What you do, but he's so interesting, and he plays a character on Titans, like the new Robin. I can't think of his name.
Nightwing?
Tim Drake, maybe.
Oh, no, not Tim Drake.
I'm not sure. He's the black guy on Titans, and he's the lead of this show. And his father is the baddest witch that's ever been alive because his power can absorb other people's power with their hearts.
If he eats their hearts.
Yeah, so his father has hundreds of powers. And
so this what I like about it is this is all very vampirical in a way. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait till you watch
blood,
it.
You have to like,
too. They don't hold back.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
And they pick different power sets that you don't always see all the time. Like at the end, they showed somebody who finally had telekinesis, but this one girl called something called the Undoing. And like if she uses the power, she can break everything apart of you, like your organs, your
molecules.
And then the way they show you, they show like your flesh on the outside, but they also show the inside of like your bones and your organs, and then you just fall apart.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool show. I was really satisfied with it. I'm gonna watch it again. So I recommend the both of you watch The Bastard Son of the Devil himself.
Where's that at again?
Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix been kicking ass. Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, they have a few like documentaries I really want to watch, like about the universe and like space and stuff.
Like Dahmer?
No. The ones like called like To Infinity and Beyond, maybe or something, or To Infinity, some shit like that.
Oh,
like I forget what the other one's called, but it's also about space. I'm like, ooh, these look really good though. Oh, black holes. It's something about black holes. I was like, yes, give it to me.
That's a joke that I'm gonna keep to myself.
Oh, guys.
Sorry, that was rude of me. Sorry.
I had to go get more wine, everybody. So I'm going to be right back.
Ricky, you made a face when I mentioned Dahmer. Did she make it through it? Did she start it?
No, hell no, I didn't make it through it. I didn't start that shit. I'm sorry. Start that.
Hear my words. I still haven't finished it. It's been out for months. It's hard for me to watch it.
And I will not.
It's not scary, but it's like so. It is scary, actually. So I'll take that.
See, like, no, I don't need that in my life. Okay?
It's too much. It's too much. His performance, it's like they put you in the perspective of Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't need that perspective.
And that's what makes it horrible.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, he went through some bad stuff in his life, and his parents were trash, and his mom was on all these pills when she was pregnant. That doesn't excuse a thing. It's just scary to watch.
Because the thing is, though, like, yes, I understand. Like, he went through some traumatic things as a child, and parents suck and all that stuff. But also, there were things there were things that like he was doing and almost openly, and people were letting slide.
The sad thing is, what makes it sad, like Niecy Nash's performance is great. She's the one who knows, like she's his neighbor. She can smell the rotting flesh, and she calls police, and they don't do anything. He had a 14-year-old boy over there. He said it was his boyfriend, and he really wasn't, and the boy ended up dead. So it's just like a whole thing.
Right. And the police officers that were like informed about that same boy, like they didn't lose their jobs. They got promoted. Like,
wait, which one is it? Sorry,
Dahmer.
Oh, I didn't watch this one yet.
Yeah,
it's spooky because it puts you in his perspective, and it really is terrifying because this could happen to not you, Ricky. This one couldn't happen to you for him, but Julian, this could happen to you and I easily because he goes to the clubs, he picks up on guys, He takes them to the club, takes them
Oh,
home.
yeah.
Black and brown boys.
Black and
Yes.
specifically, and
Specifically.
only black and brown boys took them home, killed them.
That could have been me, actually.
That's why
In New York, bitch. Hello.
exactly my point. So it was just really sad, and we were alive when this was happening. We were little, but we were still alive.
This is why I travel only in like a pack. there's always like 12 of us, and well, not 12, but there's a few, and we're always like,
But see, I'm the one who I'll go with my group, and they're like, okay, I'll be right back, y'all.
We will do okay. We are allowed things like that, but that's my point. At least we let
You better turn your location on.
It's always on. Trust me that.
You know what I mean? Who's like going to expect you to be back by a certain time? Who's going to
I check
call
in
you if you don't show up, kind of thing. There's someone who knows, kind of it.
Yeah, if we're at like an event and I'm walking around, I'll do my thing and I'll come and check in.
There are approximately 10 people in that line for the bathroom. This should take you about 30 minutes to get back.
Exactly. Come with me to the bathroom, of course.
Right.
Well, how does that song go? Guys, you know which one I'm talking about. Everybody waiting in the line for the bath, some shit like that. It's like an NERD song. All the ladies waiting in the line for the bathroom, and then it goes.
Okay. All the ladies waiting in the line for the bathroom.
There's a whole y'all know. Okay,
I could have sworn that was a line from a Miley Cyrus song. That was
I don't even remember it.
That was straight up from Miley Cyrus. I promise you, it was from her baby album.
It probably wasn't a Miley Cyrus song. I don't doubt it. I was
like everybody waiting for the bathroom, trying to get a line in the bathroom.
Mine was what's his face? Pharrell.
Pharrell? What about it?
No.
Yeah.
He's who sings it. He's who raps it.
Do we want to go to commercial real quick?
Yeah, I would love that.
All right, let's get ready. Commercial.
We'll be back.
I wrote one of my favorites is The Strain. It was on FX.
Yes. That one was dope.
Yeah.
Some vampires.
That way we're finding out was just yes. Woo. It deserved for maybe another season or two, I think. To sort of close it out. I have Dexter.
Oh.
I love Dexter. Do we consider that horror?
Yeah.
Some people do, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely horror.
Hannibal.
Hannibal
was good. It was brutal when it was brutal. And then Lovecraft Country.
Yes, how can you forget?
Yeah.
I apologize. My top 5. Now I gotta rearrange my list.
I can't believe you didn't say Fear Street.
That's not a TV show, though.
It's not. It's just on Netflix. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's not a TV show.
It's gonna be better.
That's Scream Kings when we're talking about horror in television. Ironically, that's what we were talking about on that same episode. And so all those shows that I listed are amazing shows. I probably wouldn't recommend them all to Ricky. The Strain is one of the best vampire-esque TV shows. Yes, Julian.
That was been on for like forever too. That was been on for a while.
Yeah. It's The Strain was a great vampire-esque TV show. It's gruesome. Yeah. But today I started rewatching it. Huh?
Was that like based off a book series?
I thought it was supposed to be like like an Alien versus Predator, like
The Strain was about
in that universe. I thought
that happened against people and it transferred like zombies and vampires, but they had like these extra abilities, so there was more of a vampire thing.
I could have sworn it was a book series. Like
I'm sure
it was a book series though.
Oh, okay, it felt like it.
I think it was.
So I feel like it was like around. So it's like strange backstory. Like I clearly remember like that being a thing in the height of Twilight.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out. Like the first, like not even the whole first season, I don't think, but I did watch it when it first came out, and it was pretty good. And I was like, this is actually kind of scary.
It was amazing, and funny enough, I started rewatching Heather's TV show. Have you ever seen it?
There's a TV show?
No, but I'm here for it. I know
it's delicious. It is delicious. Yeah. And the Heathers are 2 girls and a guy.
Oh right, that was a recent one.
Yeah.
He's the good Judy.
He is. He's a Heather. No, he's a Heather.
He's a Heather.
His mother is Shannon Doherty.
He's a good Judy.
His mother is Shannon Doherty, I believe.
Right. Like he's an actual Heather. No,
like he's a legacy Heather, and
right.
he is a Heather. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I haven't seen. So where you watched that one? Because I haven't seen that one yet.
It's only on Amazon Prime, and it's like $1.99 per episode. I can't find it anywhere else. I almost bought. I did buy the season for $20 today on Apple Store.
God.
I know, but if you have any of those, no,
it's not included with the Amazon Prime subscription.
It is, but like I bought the first 2 episodes on Amazon Prime in HD, but they were $0. And they didn't let me buy the third one, so I just bought the season because I did like the entire show. It got canceled after the first season because of the violence in high school that it was showing. Because Heathers was about these mean girls who killed everybody, killed each other.
Yeah.
So this happens in high school. It's the same thing in Heathers, the TV show.
Right.
Isn't that what the Pretty Little Liars? Isn't that what that was about?
Basically, all those shows stem back to the Heathers.
Heathers, right. Yeah.
Mean Girls,
yes.
Whatever you just said, Pretty Little Liars, all those shows, that template for blonde, mean bitches, and goes back to the Heathers.
So, like, I love the Heathers movie.
Yes.
I love the musical. So that's also, if you look on Roku, they have the musical up there for free. You can watch. Ooh. And it's good. I love it.
Good? Like this, how is it horror?
I like it. It's not gory. It's just but it's literally just
it's like the Mean Girls music.
Right. How like the music? Like
the music. I enjoy the music. I mean, like I think what's been the issue lately for some of these interpretations of movies and musicals is that the score has been written to be something that's almost radio catchy. Like it could be like a single or a one-off by itself with very little context from the entire musical.
So it kind of doesn't have a place almost in the musical because it doesn't.
It does. It fits great in the grand scheme of things. But like there's certain songs like in Heather's Candy Store. Like you could probably hear that on the radio, maybe. But like it kind of feels like a very popish song, but like it's great in the grand scheme of the musical.
Like Mean Girl, no, Legally Blonde is like that too. Mm-hmm. Blonde has some really fun, and Prom. They all have some really fun and good songs.
Mm-hmm. Now the difference with Legally Blonde, though, I think with Legally Blonde, most of the music stems very close to the source material of the show, or at least like keeping up with the theme of like what's going on during that time. Whereas like Candy Store or even like from Waitress, like some of those songs could be like really simple.
About anything, you know what I mean? Yeah,
about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, I get it. That makes sense.
I mean, and it doesn't take away from like how I love them. But it's just
But they are.
It is.
Yeah.
And Ricky, I really think you're gonna love Heather's TV show. I know both.
Love it.
It's good. Mm-hmm. The main Heather is this beautiful plus size girl, and she is not playing with these people. She's like a big girl. She's the head bitch on campus.
Mm-hmm.
What is Heather's on?
It was on Paramount, but damn, that's crazy because I don't remember Paramount having like stuff for real.
Like, they didn't promote that shit at all.
No.
Paramount Plus has the thing is Paramount Plus has it has the stuff from Viacom, so it has all the MTV, it has some stuff from BET, anything that's from Paramount Pictures. So that would be like the Scream series. Anything with a lot of the some of the horror flicks. I think Jason or at least Michael.
They got stuff now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's built up. SpongeBob. It just, it has Nickelodeon. Yeah, like it has things. It's just, you have to want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think, which one is it? Yeah, Paramount has Vampire Diaries now.
Paramount too. I'm like, that's too many things.
No, I thought Paramount was HBO Max.
It's split between the two because
that's rude.
whichever one's cheapest, I guess, for you. But like, because Warner Brothers has their hand in the HBO, and then the CBS side of the CW
It's Paramount.
It's Paramount. So like they both own it, so they can both have the content.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I guess CW.
That's cool. That's crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. That's the our CW rant. The CW's show Walker Texas Ranger, their spinoff show, is in danger of being canceled.
Oh no! Not the Walker Texas Ranger spinoff.
Hell surprise!
What would Chuck Norris do?
Help us!
I think I went to high school with the guy that plays Texas Ranger.
You mean Chuck Norris? Oh no, the one.
Well, not Chuck Norris himself, but like the
crazy place. I'm like,
no, he was in Supernatural. Or maybe it was that guy was in MacGyver. He was in the MacGyver reboot that was recent.
Oh, the white guy. I think he played in the Marvel movie as
Havoc. He was like Owen Wilson. Something like that. Right?
It's not Owen Wilson. And
you're not
You're not
going to MacGyver? No, he was in that other. He was in that parody. He was in the MacGyver parody. Remember?
Yeah. No. This one. So this guy. This guy was in like the recent MacGyver reboot, and then like he was in the Miley Cyrus, like the Hannah Montana movie, and then yes, he was 11. She's in Hannah Montana movie, and then before that he was in Walk the Line as Johnny Cash's older brother.
Walk the Line.
That's the same kid.
Oh, miner's daughter.
I went to high school with that guy.
You did?
Yeah, he was like a year younger than me.
Oh, was he cool?
I don't know. I never knew him until afterwards.
I
didn't know who he was until afterwards.
I don't know. Hello. Do I know you?
Do I know you? No.
Guys, I try my best to never speak to anybody from high school. Is that really terrible? Like, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not no reflection on anybody, but it's like it's just my own anxiety. But I'm just like, no. You knew me when I was like in high school, guys. Hello.
I mean, like I'm horrible about keeping up with people anyway. So like, if I can say that I keep up with anybody, it's maybe like 2 or 3 people from high school, and then like maybe a handful of people from college. Like I can barely keep up with my parents, to be honest with you. That's just sorry.
Oh, thank you.
I live life in phases, right? So like, I graduated from high school. That's a phase. Graduated from college. That's a phase. And for the ones who are sticky, who's been around, then you're around. But anyone else, like, oh, like my friends always were like, "Do you remember them from high school?" Like, no, I don't even. What is their name?
Maybe.
That's bad.
Right. I was like, I like blocked high school out. Like, that was 3 levels ago, bitch.
Hello, I've leveled up a lot since then. Like, who? I don't remember. But it's not being shady or anything like that. But like,
no, not at all. It's just,
I mean, we're all friends on Facebook, but I mean, like, as far as like,
I tell you happy birthday every freaking year for Facebook. That's all that matters.
You know, I keep up on Facebook, but like making the effort to reach out to y'all, like outside of that,
it's hard. No one's
like 1 or 2 people.
The sad thing is my 20th class reunion is coming up, and I was senior class vice president, so I should be helping plan it.
No.
Juliet. No, I can't. I don't have the bandwidth.
Can I tell you? I just showed up to mine. I showed up and I left. It was very that. I was like, oh, gotta go back.
I enjoyed my 10-year, but like I enjoyed my 10-year anniversary, but then like there was moments where like there's a reason why like I didn't like I looked at y'all funny, and like not even just a weird like I was just cautious around some of y'all because some of y'all are just but anyway. Yeah,
it's only gotten worse as into your adulthood.
You know, and the thing is though, like when like so I was a band geek in high school, so like a lot of my friends weren't all in my same grade level. Like we were just kind of intermingled.
That's true. That's how it works.
So like folks that I would have thought to have seen, I'm like, oh right, they were a year ahead of me, or they were a year below me, and so of course they wouldn't be here unless they just so happened to marry someone that graduated the same year as me.
I enjoyed my 10-year. I was so wasted. It doesn't really matter.
I
girl,
did get a little tipsy that
Yeah,
night.
I was really wasted.
That's why I was like, oh, I came, I drank, and I left.
Oh my God.
I think I did like two steps, and I was like, bye.
I think mine was at on a rooftop bar. So yeah.
Mine was in the basement of like one of the local bars. Like
I love that.
Rooftop bar in Atlanta. We're gonna drink a little something.
Yeah, we were definitely been wasted, and we all loved each other by the end of the night. And now you know how situations go. Oh, I love you so much. Keep in touch. Flash forward 6 months, bitch. I have not talked to you.
I forgot we spoke.
No, it's like funerals. When you go to funerals, see your family that you haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep in contact. I love you so much. Doesn't happen.
Look, no, I don't even play like that. I'm like, I will text y'all to let y'all know that I am home.
She's like, I wouldn't even promise that, like, to
No. I'll at least do that. I will family, even the ones I don't really talk with like that. But I don't talk to many folks. Keeping up with folks on the phone is hard. So if
hi grandma, I'll see you when I see you.
I will at least text my mom, my sister, some aunties, a couple of cousins if I saw y'all, and be like, hey, I made it home. All right, love you, bye. See you in the next
function. The best thing to do is put me in a group chat so I can silence it. But when I feel like I'm ready to engage, then it's perfect. Yeah.
I swear my mom and my aunt loves to put a group chat. My mom likes to create a group chat.
For everything.
Gwendolyn, why are you always making a group chat?
Christmas is coming up.
I wish I had one that was like, I guess more active. Oh, do I have enough friends? No, that's what I'm saying.
No, because all of my family group chats are usually just like.
But you know what I mean? Like one of those really active ones.
So my family group chat. So my mom is usually the main one that'll make a group chat and tell everybody not to respond to the group chat because she's just letting you guys know that it's somebody's birthday and giving you their number to text them.
We have Facebook.
But that's not gonna fly for those aunts and uncles that are older. Oh, no, yeah. you better at least send them a text directly from your phone. Better give them a call.
That's true.
You at least a voicemail. You can't just send them no Facebook post. No.
I don't have to do that with my siblings either. At least try to call or text you on your birthday. Don't send you a Facebook with everybody else.
My brother's birthday was yesterday, so I at least sent him a video message with me and the kids. Because I hate talking on the phone.
Me too.
I hate talking on the phone. I at least did that. He didn't respond though, so.
Who?
My brother.
Well, he needs to respond. And in fact, make him come into the comments right now and say thank you.
Lit. My little 20-something-year-old brother.
Aw, baby.
How old is he now? Shoot. I'm 34. He's 24. Okay, yeah. See, look, I had to count.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. We should probably get into this actual topic.
Oh, yeah.
Horror in television. Let's go.
Horror in television. So, coming off of a wonderful Halloween experience where people dressed up and watched movies and television, it's still going, like we said earlier, and there's so many great TV shows that are happening right now. The first one we will discuss is Chucky, Child's Play. Chucky is in season 2. Coming off of it's a hot first season, Chucky season 2 takes our surviving kids and pulls from elements of Chucky 2, Child's Play 2 and 3, and sends them to a boarding school where they are left to be victims of Chucky. You ask where their parents are, watch season 1, and you'll find out what happened. Oh. Season 1 had moments where I were like, Chucky, no. No, don't do that.
But also, that tracks. That tracks.
That's you, yeah. That's true. She probably needed that. So, but I was so I was so hurt that he killed certain people last season. But here we are this season, and they're picking up some tropes, of characters like the blonde pretty girl is now doing drugs because she's coping with the loss and things like that. And I could have lived without that, but it's life. When you're privileged in life and have those things in front of you, what else would you do?
I don't know.
Have you guys dived into Chucky season 2 yet?
I have been watching it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been keeping up via social media and some clips, with the heavy engagement of Jennifer Tilly in there.
Yeah, she's like a main character.
Mm-hmm.
Love her.
And the thing is, like, I have to sit and binge it in the daytime. Because y'all know, I'll tell y'all, I'm a scaredy cat. Yeah. But like, I enjoyed the first season a lot. Like, I thought it was hilarious. It was very entertaining. So like, I want to see season 2. Like, I'm not. Well, yes, I'm still scaredy cat, but I still want to watch season 2 of Chucky.
You're gonna love it.
I'm excited about that.
Ricky, you're the only one with kids. How would you feel if you received the package on your doorstep with the Chucky doll inside of it?
I will punt that shit to the neighbor next door.
All right,
thank you.
Scratch off what I'm going to get you for Mother's Day.
I'm sorry, but if I had a doll that terrifying looking, because I'm sorry, Chucky's not a cute doll.
No,
he's terrifying.
No,
the thing about him is like appealing. So it's like, if I ever got a doll that was like that, no, I would totally put that bitch away. Like,
I have a neighbor next door that's horrible. Never mind.
Who left Annabelle here? Like, no.
I'm just saying he's not too kind. But I'm sorry, that Chucky doll will get drop kicked elsewhere. I don't care where.
So the kids say, "Mommy, give us a Chucky doll."
And I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, drop kick. We about to take this up elsewhere.
Pick another doll you want.
Right. Like, not even that. Like, we're not even going to. He's not going to even get a chance to get in my car. No. Because I don't need nothing come out of their box.
On the Christmas list, it's not happening.
No.
Because just my luck,
mm-hmm.
this is the one that got something going on with it.
That is fully possessed with vendetta and just killing for whatever.
That's the thing. Before I even like put it out on the street or whatever the fuck, I would have to like literally rip that head off. Like, let's make sure we ain't got no problems with this thing. I want to see this bitch later.
Like, I'm hoping like it hasn't been out of the box. Like, it hasn't been taken out of like the packaging box. Not even just like the regular like packaging. Like the Amazon box. Like, you can't be out the Amazon box yet. So I don't need you to know where my address is. Like, I'm keeping like
this feels like the best prank I could pull on you. Is the dog.
I swear to God, I will drive to Atlanta.
This feels like so much.
You and I are going to stop.
One of my really good friends from college, that shit happened to her. Like, she was talking to this guy. Okay, I was like, you need to stop talking to him. Red flags.
Red flags.
Some guy, and he sent her a teddy bear stapled to a fucking piece of cardboard with like pieces of it ripped, like the stuffing ripped out and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I understand like the feel and the humor behind that for a person, but that's not something that you just send somebody.
No, ma'am.
Like, no.
I don't like it.
No. That's like after you've gotten to know this person and they are aware of the fact that you're fucking crazy. Like, nah. So. Apparently he was so I think he was like a military guy, so they usually come kind of
look.
They usually come kind of crazy.
Not you turn to the side.
They do though. They do. And that's our government's you know what I mean, at work, and things that we don't acknowledge that we should. There's a reason why, like, there's a whole veterans association across the nation to help veterans who come back from their service in fucking shambles. Like, come on, there's a reason for that. Like, anyway.
I'm just saying, I don't want to see Nan redheaded doll on my steps.
Crazy
and
shit.
if I do, I'm sending it to you. I'm sending it back to you.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'll be your friend to the end. Want to play?
Hell no.
No. I actually want one to put on like my shelf.
Although, okay, so are we getting into Chucky? Yeah. Okay, so although, even though we're like, sorry, I'm disconnected for a hot second.
Yeah.
So since if we are caught up, I enjoy that little conversion therapy session we had, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
And that was cool in a different way. I was hoping it would have lasted longer. I thought that they would. That was like, okay, now we're gonna have one join the crew. You get me? So it's those four. Yeah. It's Lexi. They just added Nadine, so it's like Lexi, Nadine, Devin, and Jake now. So then I was going, so then I was like, oh, now great. They're gonna add a defender in a way, a magical defender in a way. It would be like come full circle for the whole party system. You know what I mean? To like make the party complete. I thought that they were going to keep him.
Devin, he's the black character. Him and Jake are dating, and you're at that age. You're trying to figure out what type of person you're going to be. And I thought it was a really funny scene with Devin, and the nun was like, you're malnutritious. You're so skinny. He was like, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
It was so funny. I was like, okay, I understand. I thought that was so funny. It's cute for him to do that. But I don't like them as a couple. I'm sick of it.
Oh, you don't?
No,
I don't think that they are organic in the way that, let's say, Interview with a Vampire was organic.
Oh my god,
was organic. I was like, oh my god, I felt that. That's like I have felt that before in my actual lifetime. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, that was salacious.
Vampires so good. Like, you understand their chemistry, their love language, literally their love language. You get all of that in Interview with a Vampire.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Interview with a Vampire from Anne Rice. It's been turned into a television show, as we mentioned earlier, on AMC. Yeah, AMC Plus. And so they made some liberties from the book. They've changed time periods, they changed races, but it all sort of works and makes sense. This station, we're all about inclusion and diversity. And I add the caveat when it makes sense to the story plot and how it advances those characters in the story. And this one does a really good job at adding that other layer onto Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Louis. Yeah.
Grey Worm?
Yeah, Grey Worm. Yeah.
He's from Game of Thrones. And he's French. And I love the cultural differences from Lestat, who's from, I believe, Europe. And then he came over, but he's so knowledgeable and well and learned. I guess that's what people say that. And learned, as my ancestors would say, learned. But their dynamic is so cool because he really chased after him, and he really wanted him to be his partner, his mate.
But part of it is also very like the hunt, which makes it is so vampirical. You know what I mean? It's so, oh my god, yes.
Like, of course I'm gonna say yes. Bite me, turn me, do it.
I have never been like a vampire girl, but this shit is hot. I was like,
that's like, I think that's part of the lore. It's just like the seduction and if you're like into the being chased and being so desired in that way.
It's so organic, and I say that because it's like it's a. For example, Jake and Devin, they don't feel organic. They feel almost forced. This feels like two dudes who really like each other and really are just like courting each other in a way. Like, this shit looks like it's real as shit. And we don't get that, at least in the LGBTQ stories. We don't really get that ever. It's always so campy. It's always so overdone. It's so
and what I love about it is not exploitive, right? It's not like because there's different shades. There's different shades of the rainbow, right? Everybody looks and acts different. They are different who they are, and this is so nice to just see. I don't know if we can actually say this anymore in 2022, but it's just nice to see just average, normal, besides being supernatural, guys who are attracted to each other, and that's it. It's not about anything else. It's about I actually dig you this much.
Yeah.
Anybody else that doesn't like it will be dead in a few moments. Literally will kill anybody for you.
I appreciate the like I was surprised with like the first like 3 or 4 minutes of the show where like it starts off with the journalist and like the little commercial for him, and then like you see him like you're introduced to the fact that they know each other and like you're getting information. Like I thought that was intriguing. Like, and this is comes from someone that never saw the movie and I've never read the books.
Oh,
I haven't read the movie either. And bits
so
and
like
pieces.
I liked how that sort of in like the modern take that they took on it. Like it felt very fresh and relevant.
That turned me on too.
I really liked,
That turned me on too because the character, the journalist, is the exact same character that Christian Slater played in the movie. And I was like, wow, guys, thank you.
Yeah.
That was so smart to do that. And then as the story unfolds, you figure out that, oh, we have met before. We have interviewed before. And they're doing all these callbacks to previous moments when they were interviewing him from when they're talking about the movie. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Right. Even though technically this isn't the same movie actor, obviously, but
Christian Slater, I don't know if he still acts anymore, but
I think that is really smart actually, because this is almost like its own different story and its own like adaptation and universe, but they can still give a hat off to the original, incorporate the original in this way by making this now the second interview and having the first interview be references to the actual.
I literally had to Google Christian Slater's character's name. I was like, wow, same character. Then one episode they brought out old tapes. I was like, wow.
Okay.
It's just great. They're so smart. It's so well done. And the only downfall is 7 episodes, and the last one came out Sunday.
No, Julian is Cruel DeVille, but I don't
know who he is. Jafar.
Jermaine.
Okay,
hey, Jermaine.
Here's our 4th member.
Yay.
But I'll take it. He's using his phone, I think, now, because apparently there's no fucking internet in a whole 25-mile radius
of
California.
In California, of all places.
Like, I can't. That boggles my mind.
Okay, so just so you know, like I'm starting to feel the drink that I made for myself.
Right. I'm sorry, but we got all this money invested in fucking military. But look at this infrastructure that is clearly crumbling that we could be investing in. Anyway,
I think it should be. It's basically a hate crime for someone's internet to be down this long.
Yeah,
and you can report that to someone.
Yeah, because this has been for weeks now.
Oh, this is a civil rights issue. This is too much.
We've been in such a large range that is crazy to me. That is, so
McDonald's has free Wi-Fi, so it's no reason why an area would at least provide something.
Right. I bet that McDonald's still has their free Wi-Fi somehow.
And
corporate wise, they can probably afford data instead or whatever the fuck.
Did you guys check out American Horror Story?
Taking a pause from my fake ass looking. I'm sorry, guys. I like literally caught myself actually taking a pull, and I'm like, Julian, really? You are committed to this role, aren't you?
I love that for you.
I am trying. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. I am trying.
Okay, so did you guys watch American Horror Story?
Girl, stop. Oh my God, let's get
New York. Is that the one that we're talking about?
Yeah.
New York?
Yeah,
I have not seen this one yet. I saw the American Horror Stories, like one of those episodes, but like one of the recent ones. The one with the dollhouse, like that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a creepy as fuck one. Yeah, like that
Sorry.
was creepy.
Yeah, that's probably bad. Yeah, that is a bad one.
No, but NYC, yes, I've been watching.
I'm in the minority on this show because I don't like it.
Oh, okay. So give me a quick rundown. What do you? What?
American Horror Story New York is set in the 80s and it's convoluted of a storyline. They have, I think, something supernatural happening with gays being killed in the 80s. They have a
Right.
disease in New York in the 80s. They have um, a serial killer also going on. All these things did happen in New York. Like all these.
Right. I'm like, this doesn't sound too far from the real thing.
This is actually what happened, but I just think
New York in the 80s, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely New York in the 80s, but I just think it's so sensitive to like highlight
New York in the 80s for gay people. New York in the 80s, that shit was crazy. It was actually this kind of scary because there were people who would target Jeffrey Dahmer, things like that, people who would target our community because we were disenfranchised and no one would believe in this, that, and the other thing. There were people, the AIDS crisis was a target on us, you know what I mean? And then more importantly, it was something that was put to the wayside because it was affecting only that community.
Yeah.
Until it actually became bigger than that. Like that shit was actually scary in the 80s. It was hard to be gay in the 80s.
I feel like maybe it's the idea of like taking
okay, wait.
A whole era that like clearly crazy shit was going down and like it was really scary time for a certain demographic of people and turn it into a horror story. Like maybe this is not important. Maybe this is poor taste.
Yeah. I think so. I think it's poor taste, but I get it. His show is to highlight horrors of America, and I get that. Coven was about civil rights and all. I get all of it. It just feels really jarring, especially with what recently has been since Dahmer came out. It just feels like Dahmer mixed with Pose.
That's what I felt like too.
Exactly what the show is. It's like Dahmer and Pose.
But really, Pose? I wouldn't say Pose is like that.
No, but because it's just the idea you're talking about, like the ballroom scene in the 80s, and like clearly like the AIDS.
There's much ballroom in this.
This is like the leather bar culture in this one.
But like, the fact that like the AIDS epidemic is such a huge component in the story for Pose itself.
Yeah.
So like you're talking about that time frame. So yeah, that's and it's Ryan Murphy. So therefore,
exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. That doesn't.
And then speaking of it's because of Murphy, there's like one person of color that is like a main cast member, which really upsets me.
Why one? In New York,
and he is Latino, I believe.
But also, we're talking about the leather culture of New York of that time, which, to be honest, I mean, yes, there should be more people of color, but there were not as many. More people of color at that time were more in the ballroom.
Ballroom, correct.
So honestly, if they showed more ballroom scenes, then that's probably where we will see the people of color.
That's a fair call out. That's a definitely fair call out. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the 80s, that culture is definitely predominantly white for sure.
Yeah.
It was very Tom of Finland. That very first episode was Tom of Finland, like images right off the get go. Like it was pretty cool. But
it wasn't until the last two episodes where I was like, okay, now I understand something is happening. And
it's so the AIDS crisis, 100%. It's like that is like one of the key things there. I feel like, but I mean, well, there are a lot of different. I feel like there's too many. This is something that Ryan Murphy does. He takes a region, and he tells all of the horror stories from that region, but that's like a lot all at once. So here we're
all
getting
at once.
crisis. We're getting like the leather, like the preying on our disenfranchised minority. There's like another third horror in there somewhere.
There's a serial killer. Then last week they introduced a fortune teller. It's just like I'm confused.
Ryan, are you okay? Like
hello.
Hello?
All of them, but that's my thing. It's not for all of them where he introduces almost too many storylines that by the end of it, it's hard to wrap them all up because that last storyline that you told has only had one episode before you start wrapping shit up.
I mean, and also keep in mind, like Dahmer was also Ryan Murphy's too. So like for real, like Ryan, are you okay?
Wait, he did Dahmer? He did.
Yeah, he did Dahmer. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, let's be perfectly honest. His shining his front runner is American Horror Story. So for the past decade, he's been nothing but entrenched in horror stories.
I guess because
we're probably driving this man crazy.
I guess because like there's now at least 3 series that are delving in a particular time frame, which touches upon a particular demographic. So like Pose, Black and Brown, queer, trans, LGBTQ, and then you have Dahmer, who targeted.
Honestly, it's almost perfect timing because we like trans, for example. Okay, so we strike down Roe versus Wade, but what a lot of people don't realize is that coded within Roe versus Wade is a lot of rights for trans women as well, and not just trans women, but just trans people as well. So like a lot of their rights are also entrenched in there. So taking that back was really like, yes, it was a blow to women, but to be honest, they're definitely going for they're coming for the LGBT community. Like they're coming for the T community, more importantly, very, very, very first and foremost. Right. So it's like his telling these stories at this time is kind of like the counter to that in a way, you know what I mean? Because it's showing like the horrors that they face being a part of these communities instead. So it's like,
I'm just
I guess
all these guys of color getting killed, and now I'm watching it again. These guys being killed. It's just a lot.
I guess because the way that when you see people talk about it on social media, you know, particularly with like Dahmer, it was like it was another true crime series, and so like how people will receive this information, receive this media, and like it lacks that type of nuance that you're hinting at. Like the conversations don't seem to revolve around the conversation that you're trying to start here, Julian. So like, when you're thinking of how people are perceiving this and how people are getting the information or understanding it, it's like it's not giving. It's not giving the nuance that it needs.
That comes, I think, with telling too many storylines at once.
Okay.
Keep it a little bit more concise.
Keep it cute.
Keep it down to 2 instead of like or like 3, or even more than anything more than 2 is too much. Give me two concurrent storylines at once.
I need an A and a B, and maybe a small C plot.
This is not crap.
A C plot that brings me into season 2 to be the A plot. That's what I need. Right.
Especially my thing is like, especially if you're trying to really draw attention and to really tell a story of, you know what I mean? You're trying, because it's very clear like the one is an AIDS parallel. So it's like you're really trying to tell an in-depth story. So like tell that story. Don't tell it with all this other shit going on in the background as well. Like
that's a big.
I just need you to pull the grass and give me a clear A and B plot, okay? So I can follow along. Just
and
like, I get it. You're like you like to make people think, but it's too much. It's too much.
We live about the field sometimes, and the crazy thing, I just got a tweet that said that Dahmer
have more material, because then you can tell you could break this up into different storylines. One is the killer, the other one is the AIDS crisis, the other one is the third plot, whatever that third under one is. You know what I mean? Like
supernatural
one, yeah, exactly. So it's like,
and then speaking of Dahmer, they just greenlight 2 more seasons, but each season focusing on a different serial killer.
I don't need that, but okay.
Ron Murphy, you're really putting yourself into another box because you had American Horror. What was it? American Horror Story. Then you had American Crime
Stories,
which was great, which is the same retelling, but not as graphic. So now he has whatever this new thing on Netflix is called.
Not as technical, right? Or is it more? Is that more like true to story, or is that still like?
See, you can't necessarily say true to story, but like as much information as you can get, because with Dahmer, like he had researchers to help him create the story, or not really story, but create the show. But like he can't get a lot of like first accounts because these are real people, and these people have real families, and these people at this point in time, how many years afterwards, are trying to do it.
The family's comments. They said this was triggering. Rewatching this,
right.
You should have watched it.
Yeah.
Especially if you knew that you had no input on it, you probably shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah.
Right.
You should have
never watched it.
If it was too triggering to put in your input, it would probably be too triggering to watch someone else's adaptation of it.
And the thing is, like, I don't think people. I'm not even sure if those people even watched it, but like,
I really hope they didn't, though.
But like, there's enough people talking about it and like, you know, giving their 2 cents, and like people that there's surprisingly like there's a lot of people that like didn't realize how bad it was with
terrible. It was like
right, and so like, oh my gosh, but like it was also falling into the realm of like, oh, here's another true crime show, and you know how folks like love the true crime podcast, and like
honestly, that's like the birth of. Okay, so I'm pretty sure like gays started the whole like online chat like hookup scene only because like where else were we gonna do this? Nowhere, you know what I mean? Except for in like these dark corners and stuff like that. But like, you know what I mean? The scariness of like going home with somebody that you don't know really like I didn't come only out of there, but in the gay community at least, it really entrenched itself after Dahmer. I think that was a pretty
dating apps,
crazy time.
It can easily happen.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's just you know,
scary times out there.
But like I said, like I think it's just about like the lack of nuance, where it's just the like who's to say that those people even watched it? I think it's just the fact that like it was like a big trend for a good couple of weeks to talk about it, and then like it's in the media and it's on TikTok, it's on social media, like, and you're like, this happened to such and such family member. Why would I want to watch this? Why would I want to hear people talk about this? And why are these people talking about it like the movie wasn't gory enough for you? I could have had more like blood. Like, no, like these are real people.
Really, people say that though?
Yes.
Honestly, oh god, honestly, you just can't. Okay, so it's hard to listen to internet chatter on anything,
right?
Because there's always going to be like the lowest low who are gonna like say the most like trollish things, and it's like those are always the comments that you catch, and it's like you can't because you have to remember that those are the lowest low. That they represent a minority, thankfully, but at the same time I get how they can be hurtful. They're still a hurtful minority. They're still a hurtful minority.
I think it's a taste level you have to have when you're displaying actual people's real lives and the events that's taking place. Even though like in The Staircase on HBO Max, which was phenomenal, I didn't even know that was a real story until I watched it and then I researched it. There was, when she died in The Staircase, it was bloody and graphic. It was that one isolated thing. And when you have a serial killer, you can't expect every scene to be like we're watching Friday the 13th, because that's not what it's for. And honestly, I don't think that Jeffrey envisioned what he was doing in that type of brutal way. And they put you, the fact that I can say that after watching, because they put you in his perspective, he really just wanted people to stay with him and love him because he was abandoned and all these type of things as a child. You know, he felt alone all the time. So anytime someone said, I'm leaving, but I'll come back tonight, he would lose it.
Crazy.
That's not an excuse just for the watch.
Also, real shit. That's real shit. Real people go through these things.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes it different than like your typical horror, is that like, because these are real people, and so a lot of the times these like true crime type series, you're trying to delve into the psychology of these people. They're trying to think of like how their brain is working, what made their brains wired this way for them to think to do this stuff.
Honestly, it's mostly people who just need more love in their life. It's terrible. We all just need a little bit more love. But you know what? And yes, love will turn them around, but who's got the time or the patience or honestly the constitution to really dedicate to those people who are that twisted, like to really turn them around? Because that's really what they require is a love that's going to turn them around. Donald Trump requires a love that's going to turn that man around because he's never had it. I'm sorry. The way he's a fucking mess. That man is a fucking mess, but he's a mess because he's lived his life without any real fucking love.
That's
real
cute.
Facts. Real facts. And I'm not excusing anything about him. I'm not excusing anything about him. But that's just what that spawns. And
if all he needs is a fucking hug, then come here, buddy. Let's fix this. Okay,
That's what Barney and Teletubbies are for.
I know it's terrible to say, but it's true. But it really is the right kind of love. Not everybody experiences the right
That's
kind
true.
of love. Everyone's love is a little bit different.
That's what Care Bears are for.
I am a Care Bear.
He needs a Chucky. I'll be your friend to the end.
He needs a Chucky. God.
When they came out,
he needs a good guy.
Oh, they had the little heart on their stomach. I wanted one.
So we talked about American Horror Story, Child's Play, and Interview with the Vampire. The Bastard Son of the Devil himself.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Winx, who got canceled.
Yes, they need to get canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn.
Acting required canceling.
Dang.
A required cancellation.
Wait. Where's the period button?
Oh.
Where's the period? Okay. It needs to be canceled. Period. It was cute in concept, and they had the budget, but the acting, and maybe it was the writing. Maybe it was the writing that did not reflect well for the acting, but one of those fucking two was just not there.
Tabon, did you ever watch School of Good and Evil?
I did.
I want to
cute.
That was my problem. It was cute, right?
Oh.
But like I wanted it to be like something. I did like the protagonist. I liked the black girl as the lead. She was great. Her friend was like I want to be Madison Montgomery from Coven. When she was evil, that is. But it was cute. It was cute. It was
on like Hulu, I think, right?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix is bringing it.
So that's based off a book series, I think. So the
have to see it.
The one that was sent to the School of the Good, she's in she's a Disney kid. She's in High School Musical, the musical series.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, Disney Plus is a TV series of High School Musical, the musical. Right. And then the girl that was sent to the School of the Evil she played Lydia Dietz in the original Broadway cast of Beetlejuice.
Bitch, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'll take it.
I'll take that. That's awesome.
So, and the thing is, though, like, what's funny is that her voice is very particular, and like, she gives you very much teen angst, which is different from Winona Ryder's teen
She's
angst.
Avril Lavigne. She's the current version of Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, she's
ages a day and is still giving you teen.
And so, like, Winona Ryder's like teen angst was very much in that movie in particular was very like kind of your emo gothic, but like hers is just a little more like popish. But it's so great. Just wanted to throw that out there. But I thought it was a cute little.
It was a fun movie, and I'm sure we're all ready for Wednesday.
Oh my God! Who posted that on Geekin Out? PS, because I know it wasn't me, but whoever posted that picture of Christina Ricci in that dress, looking very Morticia.
Is Wednesday's show coming out this week?
It's coming out next week.
Ooh, I'm so excited for that.
I'm excited for Jenna Ortega to play Wednesday Addams. And Christina Ricci is a character on the show too.
Yes.
She's not playing Morticia, which was a huge fail, but she is on the show.
That's the thing because they've shown Christina Ricci as Morticia.
Ooh, and she looks amazing.
Times, and I'm like, yes, give it to me because I'm sorry, Christina Ricci's got an 8 head. I love that bitch to like that. Yeah, an 8 head though. Oh my God, but she's still beautiful. But that's my point. She's still fucking beautiful, and like those like those photo shoots particularly like really showed it when they had her as Morticia. I think it was like last year or 2 years ago or something like that. 2 years, yes. Oh my god, she fucking killed. She came out with that, and I was like,
when they showed her, I was like, do a new movie right now.
Oh my god, the gay in me like died. Like, oh my god, I get so gay over like a really good look. I don't know where this came from.
But now we have Catherine Zeta-Jones, who comes across flat in the trailer.
Oh,
whatever.
She's in it. Wait, she's
yeah,
in it?
that's Morticia.
Wait,
Catherine Zeta-Jones is Morticia.
Oh shit! Things I probably should have known. Season. Sandman, count your days.
Oh, the Sandman was good. It was deep.
Sandman was good. Also, this bitch is the devil in the Sandman. Yes, love her.
But no, but like to his point though, like the thing is, like Netflix will put. It only does it for certain shows. Like it doesn't give much effort into all of its original programming, which is sad because there's a lot of ones that would be considered cult classics now because they weren't given the time it's due, and like they had a fan base, but like it wasn't enough to save it.
Sense8, Chilling Adventures with Sabrina, October Fact.
Sense8 really should have gotten more.
And then like Sense8 is really like the probably one of the biggest examples of that. Sense8, not On My Block, but the Get Down one is one of them.
Okay.
Like, so like there's a couple of shows like they had a foundation of a fan base, but it wasn't. I guess it wasn't. Number one, they don't always advertise their shows well. Because the thing is like when they're advertising shows, they're advertising people to come be members. They're advertising for subscriptions, and there's only certain shows where like that's really been able to draw people in. So like Orange is the New Black, House of Cards,
Ozark,
yeah.
Because the other thing is like a lot of them are original, so it's like. That's the thing. Netflix does really solid, like kind of solid originals, I would say. But that's hard to bring in new subscriptions because you want to bring people who are familiar with shows that are not already on Netflix, right? You're trying to bring in new Netflix users, so you don't want to bring in exactly. So it's like people who are established and know that your Netflix content is good. Those are Netflix already subscribers. Like you can't get new people off of that. You have to get other shows that are popular for that other people, you know, that will bring you some new subscribers. But that's hard for them to do. That's hard. It's been hard for them to do, especially because a lot of those shows, their parent
companies are starting
now streaming, have their own streaming sites and things like that, and have their own streaming contracts with other streaming sites, for example. So it's like it's hard for Netflix to now gain those.
Look, the amount of people in that Vampire Diaries Facebook group that I'm in that would just like they would talk about petitioning Netflix to keep Vampire Diaries, and I'm like, y'all do realize like a whole like the two major parent companies want their shit back. They're trying to make money off their own shit.
Right. They're trying to move it to HBO Max so that they can make money themselves.
Yeah, like they're trying to like I mean like this is not a it's like the thing is like it can't even talk about CW. CW is not even really like relevant. And you're really boiling it down to the parent companies here. You're talking about Warner Brothers, you're talking about CBS, and they want their money for it.
Yo, this has been
by CW.
Right.
Yes. Instagram has been off for the longest. I'm sorry, everyone who's been watching. I was like maybe watching on Instagram.
So, but it'd be so frustrating to see the multiple posts because Vampire Diaries was just removed off of Netflix earlier this summer. And yes, so the originals are still on there for right now.
Good thing I watched all 20 fucking seasons beforehand.
The thing is, like the contract was up by this point. Like, I think they like renewed it briefly for a little bit, but like no, they were just like, nope, it's time for y'all to like go to this one or go to this one. But it's like, I just, why is it being removed from Netflix? Because the parent companies want their shit back and they want to make money over it.
Just like Marvel TV shows that was on Netflix. Snatch. They're going to Marvel. They're going to
Disney.
Right. They want the money.
Business. It's the same business. Everyone else is doing the same.
So now Netflix hire more talent to create your individual things.
And like all Warner Brothers is on HBO Max currently, I think, right? So they're going to migrate all their stuff over to HBO Max as if it's
right.
Like streaming site.
And I guess because for Netflix, it's that like you don't have the familiarity of the content that you already created to get people to stay on there. Like they wouldn't have been able to do this when they first began having original content and then drawing people in. No, like they built their that foundation off of other people's content.
The streaming empire can be laid at Netflix's feet, which is weird.
Which is
sad because as every major production company moves over to streaming to compete, Netflix will then become obsolete, except for its own originals. So it has to run off of the fact that it makes good originals and that people realize that they make good originals.
And they do.
And they do. But honestly, what they need to do, what they should do, and what would help them would be to put some of those originals on like AMC, what is that? On the big screen. You get me? Put those things in cinema.
Yeah.
Some of them.
I'm sure that would cost too much money. The thing is, so right now they're banking on like certain partnerships that that they can get some recognition. So like with Shonda Rhimes and Bridgerton. Bridgerton is technically new content, but you're using the name of Shonda to kind of get your what's it called?
Viewership.
Your viewership and your
ABC. Ryan Murphy left.
But honestly, it would be smart for them to do still, because they could do like, for example, they could play like a season at a theater on rotation for a year.
That's sort of anti against their brand, right? If they are the ones who made this world streaming, we can't go reverse on our brand because we don't even support going into a theater.
But that I say that only because a lot of people gravitate to, at least for their film and for their major productions, they gravitate to the production companies that they are already acquainted with, that they already know, which are the ones that are on cinema. There's Warner Brothers, that's Paramount, that's a Universal, that's MGM, that's, you know what I mean? Like there are big production companies that we already know that have moved over to streaming. They make movies and things like that, and like we hear about them, we see them, we're like, okay, those are the ones we want to see. But the ones from Netflix, we don't realize that they are still of the same caliber. But we hear about them, for example, and we don't regard them in the same way because it's been streaming this whole time. That's really why I say that Netflix should move to the big screen so that they can get big screen notoriety, which is really what will help, I think, counteract some of that stuff, because a lot of people hear HBO and then HBO Max, they think big movies and like big production, so they will gravitate to that. But not realizing that maybe some of those HBO shows are still on Netflix, but Netflix is, or Netflix even creates shows that are just as well made. I don't know. I just think they do. I just feel like people don't realize that. People don't see that. And I feel like that, when you come to the big
screen, where do they advertise?
You're competing on a different level.
Do I buy ad space on HBO Max? Do I buy ad space on
advertising? Maybe it's advertising. You're right.
It really is, because like outside of like their own social media platforms, social media accounts, like you can't really like advertise anywhere, because now like they're not getting a lot of content from other places. Like you could probably could have advertised on ABC, sure, because you had some ABC content on yours as well, and they would have gotten a cut from that. You can't really advertise your content on CBS because like All of our content's on Paramount Plus.
And it's a shame because their contracts are already made, but it would be great to put that in their contracts with the shows that are crossovers that they have now. You know what I mean? Like you have to also advertise our shows with as much gusto that we advertise your show. You get me? So
and, I mean, I feel like they use the power of social media because I'm sure you guys heard of From Scratch, this new movie that's out on Netflix that's making everybody.
With Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that's making everybody cry and sad. So they do this thing where a few people watch it, and then they spread it, and then everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll get canceled the next season, and then it's ridiculous.
Ooh.
It's also Kevin, as we have talked about She-Hulk. It's also a lot of like what is that? Fan service. A lot of fan service as well that they pay attention to these days in the industry, in the film industry, period. So it's like, yes, that. But yeah, so it's like, things get canceled just because they're not generating enough internet chatter.
Right.
But that's not because that they're bad or that they cannot come to fruition. It's just that they haven't done so in the time period that you are seeking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that's fair. That is fair, but their time period is also too short because they fail to realize that they're putting out hundreds of content, and some people are very invested in the variety of content that they're giving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's hard to get to some of these shows because it's like, bitch, I'm working on these 3 shows before I get to those other 3, and then there's another 3. Like,
and I love that's the journey I'm on right now. Like it's always something new for me to watch. Which messed up with Netflix. I fall in love with The Bastard Son of the Devils, something, and then next season it's not there.
Okay, but the point is that if you don't get to round 4 of your shows by the time that they decide that they're going to do a network wide stock of rating stock, you know what I mean, to find out what the ratings are in these shows, then those shows are performing poorly, but not because they're poor shows, but because the people haven't
got to it yet.
Right.
800 other fucking shows that you have put out, as if these people aren't going to watch those first and then get to these other ones.
And sometimes I have to fight with my kids over the TV, and they want to watch their Kipo or She-Ra.
In front of the TV literally all day long, every day for weeks at a time, like as if life doesn't like. It's a poor metric in a way that they do.
It's a very poor metric, just like streaming music. Like, hell, how do you know?
Yes.
You know, like this is the same way. It's no way you can judge. I mean, for an example, Sense8 was about budget. Yes, you're filming in 8 different locations around the world. Mm-hmm. Tighten the scope. Don't cancel the show.
Right.
Thank you. That.
Make us all come to LA.
Yes, move them into one place finally, and then like, if they haven't done that before, they did that. They did that at 1 or 2 times where they were.
They did. You don't have to be in Africa and then Australia and then Asia and then Paris in one season. We don't have to do that.
Right.
Exactly. If anything, do two locations per season. And then you cover and
film the rest of your shit on set on Atlanta.
and then bring your ass to Atlanta, pay your actors a little bit more, because that's another reason why these shows have. Because after 4 seasons, I could definitely ask you for more money.
Or no, just come to Jersey, because clearly everything's being like filmed in Jersey because it's cheap these days. Because
everything's illegal in New Jersey.
You can clearly see Jersey needs money because everything is in fucking Jersey. Chucky's in Jersey. Wait, what are we talking about today? Chucky was in Jersey. WandaVision, Jersey. Oh my God, so many references to Jersey.
Crystal Lake, Friday 13th is in.
Is gonna be in Jersey. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Jersey's putting West Side Story. Like in the past, like 10 years, like 5 years, Jersey has been like renting out the state for like film and stuff, which is why we've been getting a lot of stuff being filmed in Jersey.
Joyzy.
Yeah.
So we have talked about a lot of shows in horror and the networks that punish us by canceling them. There's so much more to come from all these different shows. We're right in the middle of Chucky, so that's great. Interview with the Vampires just ended. American Horror Story. I think we have a few more episodes of that. So who knows how these stories will, fade off into the sunset, or will they come back again next season? But
I hope both of those do at least.
I hope all of them do. Like everybody, I think everyone deserves a sophomore season unless it's just trash. Unless it's just trash.
Yeah.
But what are your final thoughts on horror in television?
I really like that they are moving to television because it helps tell more background of a horror story much better. Honestly, TV is probably the way to go for most stories.
I agree.
To be honest, because like I want to hear the story. I want to feel the story. I want to see it unfold. That is cool about what we're seeing in horror TV is that we're seeing these stories unfold versus getting 2 hours of just like scare and then that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is more in depth, and if anything, it becomes more relatable and more scary.
Yeah,
more effective. I think in that way because it's something that we can relate to more because the story becomes more in depth. It becomes more relatable. So, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm not normally a horror. I'm not like normally a horror buff, but like I love it. I think it's cool. It's fun.
I think it's good for you because, like you said, it's really good storytelling. And as a writer, I prefer writing for television because you have the opportunity to tell this elongated story, but punctuated each episode by different cool things, right? And so that's why I think Chucky works so well because whoever thought we would even care about Chucky's backstory? Hey, he killed his mom and all these things, but hello, here we are.
But it gives them a chance to expound on on some of these things that you've learned from the series that's already been established in the movies, and so all these things you might have already known. But this gives some more depth to these stories.
So I think that they're gonna get there, but I don't know how many more episodes they really have. So for Chucky, at least, what I really would want is that they show how much more the boarding school, like not the boarding school, the conversion school that they're currently in, how much more traumatizing it is. Because that would you know what I mean? Because this adds to the fact that Chucky, the killer Chucky, the spirit that inherits Chucky, he went to this conversion rehab in a way. So we really need to see more traumatically how the rehab process traumatized him, and I don't think that we're getting that enough here. We're getting a different kind of storyline, which I do like, but I think that they could expound more upon how the school itself was the issue, was what is part of what turned him, is part of what made him as twisted as he was. So I think that could add more to that. They could add more in that way. But again, which is why you have a series, because then you can tell these stories. I don't know how many more episodes they have left, but hopefully they're listening. So hopefully Kevin is listening and he'll be like, okay, we need to like make that story a little bit more in depth. But I think they could benefit by making that more in depth.
Yep, I agree.
Ditto.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. I'm a horror lover, so any chance I get to talk about horror, I love it. And now I have some friends who are converting over. Yeah. Horror is becoming a safe space for everybody. So
I will dabble.
You'll dabble. If I throw a witch in there, you're in there.
I'm in there.
I've never really been a horror buff, but like lately, honestly, you got me hooked, because when we did the American Horror Story one, and it was about Coven and then Cult. Oh my god, Cult was so fucking good.
It was crazy. That just speaks to the power of horror and why I love it so much and why it impacts people differently. It's not about blood and guts all the time. This is about really good storytelling that does frighten you, but this is a good story.
And honestly, blood and guts is it really is almost the afterthought sometimes. Well, no, not always, but for me at least, for this, it's like the afterthought. But like the storytelling is really, it's well done.
Yeah. So if you guys want to learn more about horror, make sure that you follow me at Timon Kane at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and check out Scream Kings that's coming on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And yeah, make sure you tune in back here, not this weekend, not this Monday, but the following Monday for the next topic that's going to be equally as great. Ricky, where can they find you?
Ooh, you can find me at RickyZ_social.
So I think we're doing Wakanda.
Oh yeah,
It's great. It is like the apex.
Yeah. Oh, is that my turn? Is that my turn to do it? So I definitely go see it.
I think by next it comes out the 11th, right? So
yeah. Okay, good.
I have friends who've seen it. Just prepare to cry.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to have me a glass of wine. Okay. Okay, so you can find me at RickyZ_social, RickyZ social, RickyZ, RICKEYZ, any of those formations. If you'll see my pretty face in the profile picture, you'll know it's me.
You uploaded a profile picture to Facebook. She looks beautiful.
Oh, thank
just
you.
So everyone knows. I was like, oh my god. I put work, but I wanted to be like work. Them lips, yes. I comments for live, and here it is, and it's been delivered. I'm sorry. I wanted to write it, and I was like, no.
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and on the Fache book. And that's it for me. Julian, where can I find you?
Okay, so I'm Julian. You can find me on Instagram at double bad juju with double B's, BADDJUJU, but also on Twitch, double B's and double D's, bad juju. Yes, and I play usually Here's the Storm on there. But lately I've been doing so I just did this whole get up setup. It was nice. It was fun. We're doing unpackings, all kinds of stuff. It's a good time. So come join us.
Well, all right. Well,
and next week we will be back 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Are we doing 2 weeks or next week? We'll decide.
I would say 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Wakanda forever.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good, guys. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay. All right. And that gives y'all time to go watch it too, so y'all can go see and help us review it. All right. So, deuces.
Bye.